Stockport, you're still your leaders over in League 2, of course, after a very, very busy, hectic, festive period. Will they still be there as they can be caught this weekend? We're going to take a look at all of it next. That's right, folks. Bam's Game on a prediction video. Today we're taking a look at Matchday number 28, maybe, over in League 2. And we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button, magazine, all things League 2 related, Bab and Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all hear boys under one rooski. That's right. Of course, I am coming at you, a little bit early. Of course, things in the table might be a little bit different as I explain. But, of course, we'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. And, of course, if you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe. Of course, whopping 71% of you are not subscribed. Now, again, I'm coming at you a little bit rough and ready. The prediction league should keep on going, should be alive still, but I'm not going to give you an update just this week. It might not even be next week because I'm still all over the place. I'm trying to scratch my arse and play the banjo at the same time. It's very, very difficult to do just that. So I'm just going to give you my predictions for this weekend. So let's get into it, and without further ado. So here we go. So what we're talking about. I don't even have my picks to show you from last week, so it's been that crazy. But anyway, these are the games from when I was with you. Of course, you were looking at this, you're thinking, what's he talking about? There were some games here. There was the FA Cup weekend, which did have 6 games in League 2. We didn't do those. We didn't bloody do those. There's no point. We don't have the time. So these are the last full fixture list, which I think was New Year's Day. So anyway, these are the results. Stanley with a big 3-0 win over Salford, of course, who did fire the manager over the break. Colchester United with a 1-0 loss to Gillingham. Crawley Town with a 3-1 win over Swindon. Crew 1, Bradford 0. We've got Doncaster Rovers 3, MK Dons 0. Big result for the Doncaster. 2-2 draw, but Morecambe and Harrogate. Forest Green Rovers 1, Wimbledon 1, Grimsby Town 1, Walsall 6. Wow. Stockport County got spanked by Mansfield at home. Sutton United with a 1-1 draw against Newport County. Tranmere Rovers big 4-2 win over Notts County, who are now managerless, of course. The Geezer Williams going over to Swansea. And of course, Wrexham 4 winners over Barrow. Wow indeed. So what does that mean? What does all that mean? Well, I'll tell you what that means in just a ticket to boo here. Of course, the table is, of course, now a little bit crazy looking. As you can see, it's Stockport County just 2 points clear over Mansfield, who, of course, could be caught by Mansfield and Wrexham right now. There's a gap between Wrexham and Barrow in the race for those top 3 spots. Of course, Notts County still in the mix, though, in 5th, but, of course, now managerless. Wimbledon and Crew make up the top 7. Going down, though, it's Forest Green Rovers and Sutton, as you were. Bit of a gap as well between themselves and Sutton United. That could all change, though, this week in action. So let's get into the next round of games, which, of course, coming at you. What are we? We're looking at the games starting on January the 13th. So here are those games, I believe, and we're going to get into them right here, right now. Again, we're a little bit shaky, a little bit raw. We do have the data a little bit anyway, so let's get into it and talk about the games one by one. Starting by Accrington Stanley up against Gillingham over in Stanley. Played each other 17 times, 2008. We've got 4 wins for Stanley, 9 wins for Gillingham. We've got 4 draws. Biggest win for Stanley, 7-4 win. They've got 18 goals in 17 games, 1.06 goals a game on average. The Gills, though, 2-0 win the biggest, scoring 23 goals in 17 matches, 1.35 goals a game on average. The Gills on 58% form for them right now, 2 wins on the spin, 10th at the table, 38 points on the board. Up against the Accrington Stanley side, just 1 defeat of the last 6, 67% form for them right now. They're 9th with 38 points on the board right now. Last round over in Gillingham was a 1-0 win. Last round in Stanley, it was a 2-1 win for Gillingham back in League 1 in March 2022. Of course, last season, both these two sides were in League 1. The odds, though, for this one, 6-4 is your host, 12-5 is the draw, 70-10 is your away win. Like Stanley at home, 2-0 win for them. Keep on keeping on. And then, of course, Colchester United taking on Bradford over in Colchester. Of course, Bradford just cannot get going, can they, really? 19 times they played each other since 2004. 6 wins to Colchester, 4 for Bradford, and 9 draws. Colchester are managerless as of recording. 3-0 win the biggest, 23 goals scored in 19 games, 1.21 goals a game on average. Bradford, though, 2-0 win the biggest, 19 goals scored in 19 games, goal a game on average. Graham Alexander without a win in 3 now as coach, 13th for the table with 34 points on the board. Up against Colchester side, 22 points, 22nd in the table with 23 points. They, of course, 1 win in 6. Last round, though, over in Colchester, it was a 1-0 win for Colchester back in August 2022. But the odds right here, right now, we're looking at 9-4. Your host, 11-10 is your Bradford, 13-5 is your away win here. We're going to go with a 2-0 win for Bradford. Back to winning ways. Can they save their season? I don't know. Meanwhile, Crawley Town against Salford. Come at you in Crawley. Now, these two sides, they play played the 9 times 2019, 4 wins for Crawley, 1 for Salford, and 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for the hosts, 2-0 win. They got 13 goals in 9 games, 1.44 goals a game on average. Salford with Simon Wells, looks like he's the gaffer right now. 2-1 win, the biggest. 9 goals scored in 9 games, 1 goal a game on average. 4 defeats on the spin for Salford right now. 21st on the table, 23 points on the board, up against the Crawley side, who are 12th, 36 points on the board, 3 wins and 3 defeats over the last 6. Last time around, though, over in Crawley, it was a 3-2 win for Crawley, who were unbeaten against Salford over the last 3. However, it's quite tight. It's actually 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6 between the two sides. Last time around, though, over in Crawley, it was a one. Actually, not last time around. Even Stevens is your odds for Crawley for the victory here. 30-5 is the draw. 5-2 is your away win. Going to go with Crawley here. I don't think that Wiles guy is full-time manager, because there's rumours of Ryan Giggs and all sorts being favoured to take over the reins there. So I don't think he's going to be the main guy. We'll see, though, if I'm right or wrong. Crew, though, up against Swindon Town. That's right, coming at you at Gillespie Road. Played 34 times in 1987, 14 wins apiece and 6 draws, of course. Biggest win for Crew, 4-2 win. They got 42 goals in 34 matches, 1.24 goals a game on average. Swindon, though, 5-0 win, 54 goals scored in 34 matches, 1.59 goals a game on average. Just 1 win is 6th for Swindon right now, 17% form. They are 60th at the table with 33 points on the board. Up against a Crew side, who have also hit the skids, just 1 win in 6. 6th in the table, though, 41 points right now, 33% form for them. Of course, last time around, though, at Crew, it was a 2-1 win for Crew, who are unbeaten against Swindon over the last 3, 2 wins and a draw. The odds, though, for this one, 11-10 is your Crew, 21-10 is your Swindon, 14-5 is your draw. Crew back to winning ways here, 2-1 win for them. And, of course, making another digging their heels into those playoff spots. Kicking on forward, though, it's Doncaster Rovers up against Newport County, coming at you over at the Keep Moat. Played to the 5 times 2016, 2 wins apiece and 1 draw. Doncaster, 2-0 win. Their biggest, 4 goals scored in 5 games against Newport County, 0.80 goals a game on average. Newport County, 4-0 win. The biggest, 7 goals scored in 5 games, 1.40 goals a game on average. 58% form, though, for Newport County, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are 18th at the table with 31 points on the board. Up against the Doncaster side, back-to-back games now without a loss. 33% form for them right now, 90th at the table and 28 points on the board. Again, Doncaster, just like Bradford, yet to really get their season started, really. Kicking on forward, though, last time around at Keep Moat, it was a 3-1 win for Newport County back in April 2023. That was, of course, last season. The odds, though, for this one, we're looking at Doncaster 65 for the victory, 2-1 is your Newport County, 30-5 is your draw. I'm going with another draw here. Again, I don't, as much as I want to see Doncaster do well, because I predicted them at the start of the season to be up there, I don't think they're going to get much out of this. 0-0 draw at their very best. Morecambe against Mansfield in the Battle of the M's, of course, coming at you at the Globe Arena. Played each other 20 times in 2007. 6 wins for Morecambe, 11 wins for Mansfield, 3 draws, of course. Biggest win for Morecambe, 3-1 win. They got 27 goals in 20 games, 1.35 goals a game on average. Mansfield, though, 4-0 win, the biggest, 37 goals scored in 20 matches, 1.85 goals a game on average. 83% form for Mansfield right now, without a loss in at least the last 6 games. Second at the table with 49 points on the board. Up against the Morecambe side, 17th at the table with 33 points on the board, without a win in 4, just 1 win in 6. Of course, last time around, over in Morecambe, it was a 1-1 draw back in October 2020. The odds, though, for this one, Morecambe 3-1 for the victory, 14-5 is the draw, 5-4 on is, of course, your Mansfield. They are favoured here. They're going to win this one as well. 2-0 win, making an outright push for that number 1 spot. The Vegans, they're going to be taking on Harrogate Town, of course, coming at you over at Vegan Land. Now, these two sides have played to the 5 times in 2020. 4 wins for Forest Green, 1 win for Harrogate, and 0 draws. Biggest win for the Vegans, 4-1 win. They got 9 goals scored in 5 games, 1.80 goals a game on average. Harrogate, though, 58% form for them right now. We'll talk about the form in a minute. Just 1 win over the last 5 against Forest Green. The 3-1 win it was. 5 goals scored in those 5 games, 1 goal a game on average. 58% form for Harrogate right now. 2 games without a win. Of course, however, just 1 defeat in the last 5 if you want to look at it a different way. 14th in the table, 34 points on the board. Up against the Vegans, without a win at the last 6 games. They are 17% form. They are 17 points on the board and 24th in the table. Last time around, over in Forest Green, it was a 3-1 win for Harrogate back in April 2022. But the odds right here right now, 5-4 is your Forest Green, 2-1 is your Harrogate, 5-2 is draw. Going to give it to Forest Green here, 2-1 win for them. They are struggling. They look like they're going to get relegated, but they need these kind of wins and they need these kind of results. So more of that to continue to give Troy Deeney a bit of hope to keep them in the league. Meanwhile, Grimsby Town up against Notts County in the Battle of the Stripes. That's right, coming at you 30 times. They played each other since 1993. 14 wins for Grimsby, 9 wins for Notts County, and 7 draws, of course. Biggest win for Grimsby. 4-0 when they got 47 goals in 30 games, 1.57 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, Notts County, 2-0 win, the biggest, 33 goals scored in 30 games, 1.10 goals a game on average. Of course, Luke Williams, I think, just about to be signed as Swansea coach as of recording this on the 4th of Jan. 2 wins the last 6, 5th at the table, 42 points on the board, of course, up against Grimsby Town. That's the Grimsby Town side, of course, 42% form for them at the moment, 2 wins of the last 6. They are 20th with 27 points on the board. Last time around, over in Grimsby, it was a 1-0 win for Notts County. That was back in October 2021 in the National League. The odds are for this one, we're looking at Grimsby 7-4 for the victory, 13-10 is Notts County, 11-4 is the draw. It could go in favour of Grimsby here. They've got a settled coach right now, but of course, Notts County should have a bit of quality left, despite whoever's going to take over this game. 1-0 win, I've got Notts County taking the 3 points on this one. Into the final stretches now we go. Stockport County against Walsall. Walsall been banging some goals in of late. 16 times they played each other since 1999. 3 wins for Stockport, 10 for Walsall. 3 draws, of course. Biggest win for Stockport, 2-0 win. They got 11 goals in 16 games, 0.69 goals a game on average. Walsall, the biggest win for them, 3-0 win. They got 22 goals in 16 games, 1.38 goals a game on average. Walsall, like I said, 5 wins the last 6. Red hot to trot right now. 83% form for them right now. 11th in the table, 36 points on the board. Up against the Stockport County side, 50% form for them right now. 1-2 lost to and drawn to, of course, just without a win in 3. They are top with 51 points on the board as well. Last time around, though, over in Stockport was a 2-1 win for Walsall. That was in the FA Cup. Last time I played each other in the league, though, in Stockport was a 1-1 draw back in October 2022. Of course, like I said, Walsall been banging in some goals. Big wins over Crewe, Wrexham, and Walsall. They've got 11 goals in the last 3 games combined. The odds are for this one, I'm looking at Stockport County, 94 on for the victory, 7-2 is your 11-2 is your away win. If you want to fancy an outside bet here, you would go for Walsall because of the red hot form. But I'm going to go with Stockport here because they are top of the table. They're at home. They're intimidating. Back in the home side on this one. Into the final 3 now. Sutton United against Barrow. Of course, Sutton are struggling. Barrow trying to get back to winning ways. Of course, played 13 times 2016. Got 3 wins for Sutton United, 5 for Barrow, 5 draws, of course. Biggest win for Sutton, 1-0 win. They got 10 goals scored in 13 games, 0.77 goals a game on average. Barrow, though, 2-1 win, the biggest, 12 goals scored in 13 games, 0.92 goals a game on average. Barrow, though, without a win in 3 now, 50% form for them over the last 6. They are 4th with 45 points on the board. Up against the Sutton United side, 42% form for them right now, just 1 win in 5, 23rd in the table with 18 points on the board. Last time around, though, over at Sutton, it was a 1-0 win for the hosts back in August 2022. The away side has not won this game since Barrow beat Sutton in Sutton back in February 2019 in the National League. The odds are for this one, 14-5 is your host, 13-5 is the draw, 11-10 on is your Barrow. We're going to back them as well. 2-1 win on the road. Let's get a scrappy win, back to winning ways, and maybe make a push for those top 3 spots. Tranmere Rovers up against MK Dons, coming at you over in Tranmere. Played each other 22 times since the year 2007. Wins for Tranmere, 12 for MK Dons, and 3 draws. Biggest win for the hosts, 3-1 win. They got 21 goals in 22 games, 0.95 goals a game on average. MK Dons, though, 4-0 win the biggest, 32 goals scored in 22 matches, 1.45 goals a game on average. MK Dons, 67% form for them right now. They do come into this on the back of a defeat. They are 8th, 39 points on the board. Up against the high-flying Tranmere, 83% form for them right now, winning 4 games on the spin, 15th for the table, 33 points on the board. Nigel Atkins has them working a treat. Last time around, though, over at Tranmere, 2-1 win it was for Tranmere back in April 2019. Of course, the odds are for this one, Tranmere 13-8 for the victory, 6-4 is your away win, 5-2 is a draw. This is a tight game. It's a very, very difficult game to call, this one. I think it smells like a draw, but I'm backing Tranmere, 2-0 win with the recent form, and of course playing at home. And then wrapping it up, it's Hollywood FC up against the real Dons here. It's Wimbledon coming at you over at Wrexham, the racecourse ground. Played to the 5 times in 2010, 2 wins for Wimbledon. 2 wins for Wrexham, 1 win for Wimbledon. And we've got 2 draws, of course. Biggest win for the hosts, so just the 1-0 win. They got 6 goals scored in those 5 games, 1.20 goals a game on average. Wimbledon, 2-1 win, the biggest, 5 goals scored in 5 games. You could do the math on that one. Wimbledon, though, just 1 defeat of the last 6, still on 67% form for them right now. They're 7th with 39 points on the board. Up against the Wrexham side, 4 wins the last 5, 3rd, 49 points on the board. Last time around, though, over in Wrexham, it was a 2-1 win for Wimbledon back in October 2010. It's been a long, long time since they played at the racecourse ground, but the odds for this one, we have Wrexham even Steams for the victory, 5-2 is your Wimbledon, 13-5 is the draw. Again, tight game, could go either way, but I'm backing Wrexham with the money. 3-0 win, comfortably done. And of course, they are flying high at the top of the table. That's my picks, guys. Again, in a very, very busy week up ahead. Again, this table will not look anything like this, of course, because there's games going on between when I've recorded it and when these predictions will go live. So it'll be something along these lines. I don't think too much will change, but we'll see when I come back. Be sure to smash your like, smash your subscribe, smash your little bell. Keep on predicting, again, using the link in the description. But until then, guys, I'll see you soon for the next one.